Hello guys, welcome to my review of Gen V Season 2, Episode 3, H is for Human. So in this episode we get some really good character work for Jordan and Mary. Stuff I was hoping we'd get to see more in Season 2. Yeah. So let's get introduced. So there's this person that's getting treated badly by I guess the powered people. And someone just keeps making it look like she's against the regime of what's going on right now, the resist regime. So people keep taking out on her, and then maybe she's looking into her family, so she ends up going going to her aunt for answers. Yeah, and then Jordan, he ends up being pretty useful after, I guess, when Emma had a talk with Sam about him, just letting people control him, like Kate. And she's still working with Andre's dad, and had a talk about when she was on drugs the last episode. Yeah. And then I guess Jordan's trying to be more open with her feelings of Mary. Yeah, I guess just trying to do a lot with him. But yeah, Kate gets out, everyone's just filming her, she hates it, and she can't really, her powers are not working, which is good, so she can't really control anyone for once. She's just like defenseless for once. Mary's getting more into the grades in school, beating one of her classmates in a fight, and then this random relationship thing with Sam. She ends up leaving him, and then he starts hallucinating puppets again. Yeah. And then you just have a little weird scene together. And then she's still talking with him, and it's just when I was watching this, and I was just like, man, she's kind of stuck now with someone that doesn't even truly care about her compared to the person she had in season 1. Even though she was kind of someone that wanted to get revenge on her family because of what Homelander did to her family in that plane scene, and that was like season 1, right, when he destroyed that plane and so many people died, and he blamed it on something else. Yeah, and she basically wanted revenge that whole time. Yeah, but it seems like she at least actually cared for Kate, where she's literally got no one now who actually fully cares for her. So I'm just not sure how that situation would have fully went if she decided with the person that was gonna try to kill all the soups with that virus. Yeah. So now she's stuck with someone that doesn't care about her at all and is just using her. Yeah. And she confronts Emma, even though it was Jordan that, I guess, pushed her. And I keep forgetting, she doesn't have a hand, she's just basically wearing something. Yeah. And even Sam tries to go to her, but her powers don't work, so can't really help Sam, even though it's not really helping him. But then Jordan, well, she's kind of chasing after one of the people that was bothering just the normal humans, making them look bad. And she finds out it's just some people just trying to fight against the regime, I guess. And I guess she's got still an injury from what Jordan did to her, which, deserved. Since, I hate her character, so maybe this will finally humble her, yeah. But Sam, he just gets out of control. I just had to stop for a second because of a disgusting moment that happens when Jordan and Sam are fighting. Yeah, I just hate that the show can have the boys in general can have such a good story and character writing, but then they'll just sacrifice that for just disgusting moments. I'm so sick of it, and that's why when I'm fully done with this franchise, I'll probably only ever, if I'm ever rewatching, I'd only ever get up to season 2, then I'll just stop there because it just gets more and more disgusting as the franchise goes on, and it's probably some of Seth Rogen and just the other writers' input, which just distracts from the actual good storytelling sometimes, yeah. Because Jordan, after they fight, they end up actually, having some time together, talking about Andre and them. And then Mary goes to see her auntie, gets to see some pictures and find out that Dr. Gold, the person in her school who's basically in the way, kind of in charge of the school right now, he was the one who helped to give birth to her and kind of started all this chaos with her killing her parents and stuff, even though the parents, it's kind of their fault anyway, because really they had a kid afterwards, so it shows that they really didn't need to do that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that was the person that she went after. She tries to convince to because I guess she can like she's a chameleon, like she can copy other people's powers, and I guess that's why she has a tail, and she ends up shrinking just like Emma, yeah, to prove she can mimic, yeah. And you just see like I guess the memories the family had together, and then Winfrey seems like she finally has a family member that she can actually talk to and actually be happy with. It gets revealed that the sister was here the whole time, yeah, and then she gets pissed by that. Yeah, and she basically just goes all out on how she was feeling and what her family that she loved did to her, and how it's not fair that she can't see her sister. Yeah, there's not really much you can really do about that. And you're just seeing Jordan and Sam just watching these cringe cartoons, which I guess it kind of gives Sam some peace. It's the only thing that can calm him down, I guess, because it's something he used to do with his brother, Golden Boy. Yeah, it just puts him in a better place, and just Jordan's kind of there for him. So really, Jordan's kind of someone I wasn't really a big fan of, because how they only really cared about themselves. They wanted to be number one in school, they wanted to be the most popular, but they've slowly started to not really care much about that, especially by the end of the episode, which I'm surprised, because it just seems like they was finally getting the stuff they actually wanted in season 1, so they're just going to go all in on that. But you kind of get a hint that they're not fully that person anymore with everything that's happened, seeing one of their best friends die and stuff, just all this stuff happening. The little moment they had with Sam, Mary, they just want real stuff at this point instead of this fake world that they once wanted. Yeah. And then Emma, the person that she kind of felt like insecure and stuff about herself in season 1, and she's now got to a point where she's trying to motivate other people to do the right thing instead of just spraying stuff, like actually make some proper change, I guess. So she kind of basically recruits them. And then this scene with Jordan when he decides to have the talk, and he finally be open to Mary about how he feels. And the way how he says "I love you" several times, you just knew he was going to do something that's going to possibly get him in danger now. Because it seems like he's just going along with what they'd want him to say, but then he changes into his girl self and just starts to be fully honest about what happened to Andre, what they've been doing to him, and that the Starlight thing was actually false blame, and it was actually him who hurt Kate, and the audience kind of turn on him after he says that. And he's just basically getting himself in danger, just being fully open. And it's just weird to call the person like a him or she, like, so to say they. It's just having to go like that. But yeah, since they're both a girl and a man, I guess they was born a man, but then they became a girl, but whatever. But I guess I can say good job for finally becoming a character I can actually respect. But revealing yourself like this is gonna get you in danger. You could have tried to stay more undercover for a bit. And it's just weird that the character that cared the most about popularity is the one that actually decides to fully expose himself and get himself in danger. Yeah, so that's some huge character growth. Like, if they was doing stuff like this near the end of season 1, that actually would have been in my top 5. But right now, I'm like, man, they could possibly get in my top 5 now of Gen V characters. Yeah, since there's someone I didn't really care that much about in season 1. It had some good moments, but didn't care that much about them. But they've done, from just these first 3 episodes, they've done a lot, especially episode 3. Possibly getting Sam back on their side and stuff. So respect to their character. They possibly screwed themselves. Yeah. So yeah, respect. Yeah, like they did a lot for Jordan in this episode, and he's not even in my top 5 characters. But maybe by the end of the season, like, who knows? But so far, he could easily go in my top 5 now. Yeah, and the stuff they're doing with Mary, yeah, because she has the best origin out of the characters, and that's what they're mainly focusing on. And then finding out she's probably like Odessa, just all this stuff. Yeah, doing some really good stuff with the characters that I wanted to see more from, instead of just giving them like they have potential but they never get to reach it. And I guess the only character where you could say that is Andre, but it's because of real life situations why they had to cut his character, even though I hate to say this, they could have just recast the actor, but they wanted to honour him, yeah, make it sound like he went out in like a sacrificial way, like protecting the others, yeah. So yeah, I respect that. And they did the same with Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther 2, so, yeah. I mean, there's a part of me that wish they just, at this point, recast, but with how the MCU turned out, and how it is now, just so mediocre, I feel like maybe they made the right choice. Even though it seems like the Snowfall actor's gonna possibly be Black Panther soon, but yeah. But yeah, for the first 3 episodes, I'd say they're pretty good. Nothing crazy, but I feel like character development, definitely really good, especially when one of my least favorite characters is getting major character development where it could be in top 5. But if I was doing like a top 10, I just don't know if I can really say top 10 yet. I feel like they should have added a lot of more new characters for me to care about. But it seems like Emma's found some new people that could join the gang and help out. But it's just, since I never loved Gen V, it's hard to even have a top 10 because there's not really much characters that I actually like. And that's why I only had like a top 5. And I didn't even like Jordan at first, but they're doing a lot with him in season 2, so I just feel like they have to flesh out a lot of the characters now because of losing one of them, and then, you know, Golden Boy, you know, what happened with him in season 1. So if the characters they've got, they need to flesh them out and introduce new characters. So yeah, that's I just hope it keeps going good. Would love to have less disgusting moments so I don't have to edit it out all the time. But yeah, it's the Boys franchise. That's something you can just never avoid. Because I just hate that they can have such good storytelling, especially in season 4, such an underrated season, so much better than season 3, disgusting season, even though it had some great moments. Like, yeah, it's just, that's what's holding it back, just those moments. So it makes people be like, oh, why am I watching this? But then you get reminded, like, oh man, it can actually have a really good story, better than modern Marvel. I'd say, I can even say it's better than what the DCU we have right now when it comes to. But there is moments with James Gunn's DCU where he's actually having really good moments because he proved that with Guardians in MCU. I'm just hoping like he can be a bit more serious with like a character, and it seems like Supergirl will be that character. Like he'll just probably go all in with her, like it'd be more like Jessica Jones or something. Yeah, with what he's gonna do with Supergirl, with one of her stories, which I don't know much about, but I'm guessing she goes through a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I just hope this overall season will be good. Yeah, and that's all I got to say. Sure you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.